My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with Internal Revenue Service. I worked for IRS for a decade. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's the home of the 5-minute or less video. I like to give you all the information you need so A, you don't get ripped off. 2, you have enough education to make a decision. And 3, I like to keep you informed on any changes that you need to know about. The only advertising I do is saying I'm available for representation and consultation. We have a full IRS staff here who've worked at every division of IRS. Today, what's important to you is, oh, by the way, I've worked over 10,000 cases, so I know what I'm doing. I want to talk to you today about the art of abating penalties and interest to IRS. There is an art to this. Most people think they can write a letter and like fairy dust, and there's a magic wand like this, and boom, 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 IRS is going to abate your penalties and interest. It's not true. It is absolutely not true. You can go to my website at 777irs.com and click on abatement of penalties or penalty abatement, something like that. You will actually find the IRM, the Internal Revenue Manual, on what you have to do to build a reasonable case cost to get your penalty abated. If it's a small case, give it a shot. Generally, about 97% of people who send in their abatement claims, are not abated. You don't know what to do. And I know sometimes you just don't want to hire a professional because you don't know, in fact, whether that penalty is going to be abated or not. A good professional will tell you your chances on a 1 to 10 of how strong your case is. So if you are going to contact them and they are going to bill you, find out, and many times you can bill on results accomplished. But let me just get to the crux of this matter in abating penalties and interest. So when you go to my website, you're going to 777IRS. This is not a plug for my website. I'm just showing you where I've written everything out on how you get your penalty. And I actually give you a format how to do it. There's a couple key things. IRS is going to look to your filing and paying history for the last number of years. If you got a poor filing or paying history, a lot of times that's not going to go through. You can still put it through, but IRS looks to that first. Second of all, the timeline of the reasonable cost must fit the tax year. If something happened in the year 2002, they're not going to abate something in 2018 or 19 or in 2023. This is not going to fly. Your reason, your excuse, your reasonable cause must fit the exact timeline. I used to abate penalties and interest for IRS, and you'd be surprised. Some of these requests were for stuff that happened 2 years ago, and it's not going to fly. So IRS closely checks the timeline. Number 3, you want to make sure your reasonable cost fits the IRS's description for reasonable cost. Once again, go back to my website and you will find the different reasons. After you do this, you start to write your letter and you build in documents and exhibits. Self-serving letters are not going to fly with IRS. Every time I'd get a single piece of paper, boom, I would just go ahead and dump it in the trash can because there was nothing to prove it. You must be able to prove your case. Number 4, and big, and most of you probably don't want to do this, if you can find a court case that substantiates this reason, you use it. If you have those 4 elements correct, you got a 95% chance of getting your penalties abated. And lastly, the last thing you must understand, if they deny it, go ahead and appeal it. If this is a big amount, pay someone to go ahead and do it. IRS will abate penalties and interest. If you do it the right way, you write a good letter, you have the documentation, and the timeline fits, you will get those through. Once again, if you have a big case, you need to contact us. We have former agents and appellate agents on staff. That's all they used to do at IRS all day long, like myself. When I was there, I would abate penalties and interest. So anyway, good luck. Give it your best shot and don't quit. Have a good one. Oh, by the way, my description is below if you need me. Thank you. One more thing. If this video, I'm sorry, I'm discombobulated today. If this video was good, please give me a subscription. It's really neat to have those. It lets YouTube know. They jack you up a little higher in the standings, I'm being honest. Give me a comment, and if you have an idea on a video, I'll probably use it. Thank you.